Alright. So, calories. I thought we'd talk about this today. I don't think a lot of people understand the concept of a calorie. And I say that because I have a lot of clients ask me what sorts of things they should be eating. And I'm not the type of person that says, palm size full of meat, just your vegetables on the side. There's very good general lifestyle advice. There's actually recommendations that the government give out to people, which is generally stuff like that. But I think a good way to actually determine what's a good method of eating or determine what sort of foods you should be eating is to actually just spend a little bit of time on a sort of nutrition tracking app, whether that be MyFitnessPal, MyNet Diary, Carbon Diet Coach. There's all sorts of different apps you can do to do that. But actually spending some time on these platforms, seeing what the energy content of certain foods actually are and how that fits into your day will actually give you so much of a better understanding of what you are eating. And it sounds like, I feel like a lot of people get caught up in it's so, what's the word? It's very pedantic sort of stuff, but it's really not. If you just do the exercise for a week or two, you're in so much of a better place. In the same way that you're saving money. Yes, you can save money without tracking how much is coming in and how much is going, without a doubt. But it's when you're actually behind the books and you're actually tracking and seeing how your income is coming in as opposed to how you're leaving, your expenses to how much you're earning, it's a lot easier for you to actually accrue or to save that money. So for that same reason, it's a good idea to actually download one of these apps and see how you actually are progressing through a day, what you do eat in a day, and how that fits into your scheme, into your plan for whatever your goal may be, whether it's to lose weight, maintain, or to gain weight. Now, one of these fitness apps. So the way these apps work is you download them, you open it up, you put in your details, whatever it is, they'll send you a login. And normally I ask you a bunch of questions. So I'll ask you your age, your weight, your height, your sex, and then I'll ask you your goals, whether you want to lose weight, maintain weight, and then I'll ask you another sort of category is how active you are. You'll go through and you answer all these questions, and they're actually very important. Specifically how active you are section. So the way these calculators work is literally off a formula. So it takes all those numbers and it punches them in. There's a few general formulas. I'm not sure the exact one every single app uses. There's some slight variations. Harris Benedict is one, among others. I can't remember them all off the top of my head, to be perfectly honest with you. So what you do insert in there is actually really important. And when it comes to physical activity, I tend to go a little bit more on the conservative side when saying how active I am, because sometimes these apps can overestimate how many calories you're actually expending, because you actually want to be, once again, if you want to lose weight, in that caloric deficit, if you want to gain weight, in that caloric surplus, and if you want to maintain weight, be at that level roughly. Another big factor is when you open these apps up, sometimes they'll want you to actually input your exercise into the app as you are going through your day. Don't do that. The way the formula works is it accounts for the fact that you are being active based off a standard sort of formula, which is, once again, it's in a drop down menu. You'll press it without you knowing. So never actually add the exercise back into the amount of total calories you're having in that day. Yep. So when you log into the app, once you've done all that information, it goes through. It will then come up with, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, whatnot. And you just go through and you'll insert, what you've had for that day. Look, very generally, you don't have to do the weights. You can just do by serving sizes. If you're eating a lot of sort of foods, that it's very easy to judge that. But once again, if you want to take that step further and get that further understanding, spending that 1 or 2 weeks actually measuring out your food and seeing how heavy, the quantities of your sort of food are, that would be that next step. Whether you need to do that or not, that's entirely up to you. It's a case-by-case basis, depends how serious you want to get with it. But the idea is you'll just start going through and inserting what you will eat. I mean, I'm having some Nando's right now. I'll show you through. I'll pull right up and I'll show you how much I'm eating in my day today and whatever the calories is, I can't remember off the top of my head. And that's basically what you do. Any other points I think I should note there? And then Seb's just behind camera eating a fucking Nando's burger. Don't mind him. I think that is pretty much it. It's just the idea that download the app, determine what is actually in your food. Like I'm about to have this Nando's burger, I'll pull up and show you what's sort of in that, how my day of eating is going. But spending some time and actually determining what is in your food, I think is a good exercise. Nutrition is not really taught very well to many people, and I think if you go through and actually take a moment to see what's in your food, you'll have a newfound appreciation and new understanding of what you can and can't eat. So ladies and gents, that's me. Check it out. Peace.